Life is short. The one thing we have in common is that we all die. With that in mind, what you choose to do with your time can be a very daunting question. For most people, their career, their jobs are the one thing they spend most of their time doing. So, should this be something they're passionate about, or is this an overly idealistic way of looking at it? Well, we're here to find out. What's your name?
Mark.
And what do you do currently?
I'm an RPA developer, so I program software robotics.
That's fascinating. Would you say that you're passionate about this job or this career choice?
Yes, definitely. I made that career change 8 months ago. Lends quite nicely to the analytical side of my kind of brain, and it changes constantly from day to day or month to month.
My name is David Southwick and I'm an art dealer.
Would you say you're passionate about your career choice?
I probably was, yes, but not anymore. Well, we deal in Chinese art, basically, and I suppose we've been doing it for over 40 years, and I think you get fed up with anything after 40 years.
Have you always had an interest in art then?
Yeah, I used to work with Sotheby's originally. Yeah.
What's your name and what do you do for a living?
Hello, I'm Ziggy Burger. I play professional netball in Vitality Netball Super League, and I also work at Atlantic House Investments on the fund side.
Start with the latter one. Would you say you're passionate about investments and what you do in that career?
Well, definitely since I've started, I've become more passionate because it's actually really interesting. So I think it's really important to have a career where you are interested in what you're doing. And especially like regarding investments and making money, I think it's always a little bit interesting and a challenge to see where you can make your money. And
what about the netball?
I absolutely love that. I've been playing since I was 4 years old. I ruined my mum's career when she fell pregnant with me because she also played international. So she kind of pulled me out of like pre-primary to go train with the babies.
Hey. Hello, what's your name?
Laura.
Laura, nice to meet you. And what do you currently do?
I'm an artist.
Oh, fascinating. Would you say that you're passionate about art or about being an artist?
Yeah, of course. It's my career.
Hi, I am here with...
My name's Jessie.
You currently told me you're a student.
So basically I graduated from Newcastle University 10 years ago, and then I worked for 8 years. Then I'm being a student again from this year.
Do you mind telling us what you worked for during those 8 years?
Basically I worked as a video journalist after I graduated from Newcastle University, and then I joined a education agent company for like 7 years, and then I joined a Korean university, study Korean now.
My name is Clara.
Awesome. And Clara, what do you do currently?
I work in a store. I join the juice, but that's not my main thing. I am a life coach as well.
Oh, you're a life coach as well. And would you say that these jobs and occupations are your passion?
Not the juice store, but
not the juice store, yeah.
No. But yeah, the other one, like being a life coach, helping people and having a business online, I think is the future, honestly. Yeah.
What's your name?
Dominik.
And what do you do?
I work in sales for a car leasing business.
Would you say you're passionate about this job?
I like the business because I started when we were a start-up where there was only 8 of us. There's now 750 of us, so the business has grown massively. But it's not my passion. My passion is fine art.
Interesting. So what's really stopping you from pursuing a career in fine art?
Money. Full stop.
But do you do it on the side? Do you do it as a side project?
Very small amount because I have 3 children, so I have very little time to my own. But yeah, it's something I'll go back to, and ultimately my passion is I want to teach.
Okay.
So hopefully once the kids are grown up and money's a bit more secure, then I can go back and do what I really want to do. I'm in my 40s now, but hopefully in about 10 years when my kids are a bit more self-sufficient, then I can make that change.
So if every other job out there had the same salary, let's say, in this sort of idealistic world, would you still do what you do now, or would you change it for something else?
That's a good question. It's kind of like, is that purely what my passion is? Potentially I'd still do what I'd be doing now. Maybe I'd go into photography, which is a totally different side of things, which lends more to creative side, but I kind of find myself, if you had asked me that question a year ago, I might have had a different answer.
If every job had the same salary, would you still have pursued being an art dealer?
No.
No. Is it quite a lucrative?
It is a lucrative, it is, but I guess I would have really, and I do paint as well, and probably I would have painted for a career, but probably at the time there wasn't the money in painting for a career. And if the money was there, I would have become an artist, yeah.
Do you not think, though, still dealing in art, you're still involved with art, so you're still in that environment, which a lot of people may not be able to say, given they're doing something that is completely separate from their interests and passions?
Yeah, I think you're right, but I think the problem now is everything is online. So instead of going to the sale room or a sale room somewhere, it's all on, and everybody can see the same thing.
Yeah.
And most of the time you can't actually go and view the thing, especially if you're buying from around the world.
So, like, we've been asking people, if every single job earned the same salary, would you still continue pursuing doing what you're doing now?
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So would you not want to do netball full time if that was a viable option?
No, definitely not. I think for me it's so netball has a time limit, like a time frame. So when you're 32, what are you going to do when your knees pack up, your ankles are done? You need to be able to have something. So for me, no, because when I'm done, I don't want to be like, don't know what to do with the rest of my life and coach. I definitely want to have something that still stimulates my brain.
But say, for example, if you had the choice or to choose between any other job and there wasn't the issue of money or anything else, would you still choose to be an artist?
Yeah, because I have that choice.
Yeah, okay, fantastic.
So I've chosen to be an artist. It's not how I started off in life, and I started off as a beauty therapist years ago, trained,
Okay, yep.
then went into industry, got married, and then decided to reinvent myself as what I really wanted to do.
Okay, fascinating. So what inspired you to make this sort of career change?
Well, it's doing what intrinsically is yourself.
Yeah.
And I decided to do a fine art degree when I was very mature. I was over 40 when I went and did it, and it took me 8 years because I had children and I was divorced, but got through that, and then you just have to keep sticking at what you really want to do.
Okay, so you moved away from journalism into something else. So would you say it's because it wasn't your passion and you wanted to find your passion?
Actually, I came to the UK to study international journalism because I have passion on journalism. But the thing is, Chinese journalists get really low pay in London. So I was doing journalist job for half year, and then I get opportunity in Newcastle in a Chinese agent. Basically, we recruit Chinese student and Korean student, Japanese student for the UK university. Actually, that industry get higher salary compared with journalism industries.
You want to go into education because it's better pay, right?
Yeah.
But if all jobs in the world was the same salary, would you carry on doing journalism?
Definitely, yeah.
So for young people starting off in their careers and trying to decide on what path to take in their life, do you have any advice for those individuals?
Well, I mean, follow what you really want to do, but whether you can make a living out of it is another matter.
You always get opportunities, always. Sometimes you don't see them, but there are always opportunities.
So what's one piece of advice would you give to people perhaps starting off, coming out of school or coming out of uni, starting to navigate what they want to do in life?
Well, they have to get themselves secure. When you've got security, then you can sort of start thinking about how you're going to do what is it you want. Do you want to have your own home? Do you want to have a family? Do you want to, you have to get security first. So it's not, you don't sort of expect everything to be, totally successful immediately come out of school, because you're going to have to put in the work.
I think I don't like to give people the answer, but I like to ask them so they can figure it out by themselves. I would ask them if they would rather find something that makes them happy, or if they just want to follow what everybody wants them to do, and those expectations have probably not be as happy or not have the time to do what they love.
Any advice for them?
Yeah, follow your passion and follow your heart. Don't necessarily follow the money or follow what people say you should do. Yeah, just be true to yourself.
thing. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Any questions from the floor?
I think you've answered everything.
Great. Thank you so much.